we're probably going to utilize that. So gonna get the groundwork thing in place. Then from there, it's kind of like being able to come weekly, showing a calendar of events. Like, all right, this is what we're looking to promote for the next month. So let's say we come to a committee meeting, I'll present a calendar based off the conversation of these are the next 3 posts per week that we have in place, and that we can all vote on. We like that idea. We feel like it fits, especially now we have like different health components that we're promoting. We can kind of incorporate all of those. And then again, I'll be looking at other community boards. They also utilize like going out to the events, capturing things that's going on in our community. So even if we can delegate, say we partner up. Hey, Dominic. Hey, Mommy, are you free next week? I see that Kevin Riley's having this event. This the event that's happening 12 to 3 for the people of the community. Then we can also be able to like identify those stories of the elderly community to actually hear some of their voices, to see what were some of the things they've gone through, or again, highlight their stories. It was just kind of like a way for us to like find out what's going on in our community, to engage people to come to meetings or engage with us either through social media or through just know who we are in a sense. So that's kind of like my spiel right now. Didn't really have a full presentation on, but it's kind of like just wanted to be able to again represent it, present it again, and then come up with a game plan fully to start.
I think that everything you're saying is amazing, and I think that it is important for us to also have a place to share information when our meetings are happening.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like today could have been committee 3's meeting. Committee number 3 is meeting at such and such time. Like
stuff like that. Is this also open to community?
Because this is public.
Okay. Because that was the thing. So people wrote me. It's like, oh, when's the next meeting? And then I was like, I don't know if this is like by myself. It's supposed to be just us. I'll let you know.
Which is why we
It's like we're to the public. All right, good. So again, these are things.
And I think I asked you guys to check community board. I think it was number 7.
Yeah,
they do a lot of They post all of their meetings there. They're having
like an R&B.
R&B night. I saw that.
Correct, and things like that. So we have new restaurants opening up. Like we can kind of collaborate and kind of again create that fun educational. I was telling my mate, it's like a lunch and learn, where instead of like just being here, we like, okay, well, let's highlight a community thing and then bring in somebody who's a focused area. And I think just kind of again, just being able to utilize social media to also show that.
So one of the things that you just brought up is education first. What is a community board?
Right. I even had a skit.
I was going to say, Alpha did a really good post about what the community board was, and I reposted it. And so many people were like, I didn't even know that that's what the community board did.
Yeah. So that would be a first thing.
On Instagram, I posted it.
I even made like a little script that we can. All right, let's say, all right, cool. We can go outside. Something's going on. It's carrying like, oh my gosh, this garbage is always just here, just taking up this place. And then somebody will come in and say, hey, you can see that's a community board. Community board, what is that? And it's like, oh, well, again, it's just a way to kind of fun way, really engage with education.
Even like I saw there was a report. I think some of you may have seen it in the news where it was that this district is the noisiest. They have
number one.
Like just going around asking people.
Do you think people really doing it?
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. Yeah.
I think that we should also highlight a lot of businesses because, like, there's businesses that people don't know about that's literally right in front of us that we don't utilize.
Well, even if we put into plan that, you wanting to push this bill, and I think we're going to all agree, you can go start interviewing businesses and seeing what they think and if they're interested in participating.
Correct.
For sure.
Yeah, we got some cool things up here.
No, we have like people doing stuff that we don't even know that they do.
Shout out to MGM Glass.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people need their windows repaired. Yeah. And they didn't know there was a place. It's
right.
here.
My neighbor comes from iron, he does ironing, kind of like gates and window gates and guards. Welding is good.
There's one on Corner Street that does fine.
They do use iron.
Like fine.
Yeah, $1 million.
That's something good to do.
Yeah, so it's important to have.
So I think we're all
Business highlight.
Okay, so I guess just creating the group, the support group in a sense.
Well, you're already on the committee, right? You're already assigned to a committee. This is where all those matters are filtered through.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to figure out, and this is where I think we have to reach to other folks in terms of who can manage the page.
Right.
If it has to be in-house or if it could be one of us.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
since you would be.
Okay.
So that's what we have to figure out. But we'll find that out. I'll find that out by the time we have our full board meeting on the 27th.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's be the first one, and I think from now to then, we can make like a group chat, kind of like start
Yeah.
thinking about what's the next, you know.
And even that, for her report, your report,
Yeah.
you should already put some ideas.
Yeah.
Small businesses,
Which I do that.
highlight, community members,
Yeah.
maybe highlight some school principals,
Okay.
whatever you
Okay.
decide, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Some pediatricians in the neighborhood,
Right.
Okay. One more question. I'm gonna wrap up this segment of the recording.
Yeah.
But don't forget the other committees. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
This is our main focus.
But
I
we wanna
think
highlight
need to
them
make
too as
sure
well.
that- I mean, we are Community Board 12, so make sure we get some input from Committee 2,
Right.
Committee 1, wherever they're.
nothing goes without the full board. So
Yeah.
this, anything that happens at each committee, then comes to the full board, and then everybody gets to weigh in on it and vote yes or no, or give input, amend.
Okay.
So nothing happens in isolation.
Good.
Yeah.
This is where you make your recommendations. You're gonna go back to the full board now and give your recommendations, and then they can add to it.
Okay.
Or say, you know what, that may be controversial.
Right. All right, good. Good to
Yeah,
know.
like Javed's presentation, you guys gonna present it to the full board, say, really like it, think it's important for the community, blah, 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 blah. And they vote on it, we want to accept it, and we want you to help us push this forward.
And like community, maybe sign petitions.
Yeah,
You can like, John was saying, you should maybe fully present it at our board meeting.
Yeah, that's what I think I'll do, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be part of your,
Yeah, that can be part of it.
No, absolutely, do
because
that,
it goes hand in hand.
And
for sure.
Okay,
All right.
so are we closing out of this section or you have something else?
No, that's
No,
it.
that's it for now.
Oh, we
Okay.
have one more.
Did you go?
We have one more thing, and that is we were
No,
supposed
we're
to
talking out of this segment.
come up with the name.
No, that's social media. That's social media.
Just social media.
That's social
Yeah,
media,
that's-
We're not
We're
concluded.
just closing up social media.
No, they, remember you told us to come up with the name. I called Alpha and Dominique, and they said they wanted something catchy. So I was like, okay,
We're
I
gonna
was
do it.
waiting.
We're gonna present to the next one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get three. We're gonna have three that we can all decide on. I think we move like that, just in threes.
Awesome. Okay, so just for now,
Yeah.
social media.
Threes.
Yeah, that's it.
Right now, social media.
And you can
Awesome.
take it to the full board meeting.
Perfect. So we'll have three.
And maybe what you should
names?
do is circulate it before in her report, in
Okay.
your report,
Right,
right?
right.
You all contribute to this committee's report
Okay.
that goes to the full board.
Okay. So it's kind of
Maybe make your suggestions before so that by the time we all meet,
we already have
people
everything
can
in
already
place.
see
All right,
and then
perfect.
you can take a vote.
Okay, good. All right. Sounds like a plan. Got you guys.
Sounds awesome. I was waiting with bated breath.
You sure it ended?
Miss Claude,
Who's next?
Miss Claude,
I want to know.
Joan,
So impressed by you all.
She's calling Johnny.
Joan.
Joan, I thought you said Joan.
Yeah, Miss Claude, Joe's
Yeah,
Claude.
Miss Cloud.
She there?
I don't think she's here telling.
Yes,
Okay, she
I think
is.
she's not.
hi.
I,
I just wanted, waiting, I just wanted you to give us your input.
Oh, that's the right?
on what?
That's fun.
Say that again.
On what?
If you have any input for this, for the meeting.
Oh, I have a Black History Month minute.
I knew you did.
Do you want me to present now?
Yes, please. Thank you.
As you all know, we are still celebrating Black History Month.
That's right.
And my research,
Everything. Everything.
Trump is gonna get rid of it.
my research today is on Rosetta Thorpe. She was the daughter of a farm laborer, Willis Atkins, and his wife, Katie Harper Atkins, who was a singer, a mandolin player, and evangelist. Katie Harper Atkins. She was also known as Katie Bell Nubin or Mother Bell. Since there was no official birth certificate, there is uncertainty regarding Rosetta's name. And at various times, she was known as Sister Rosetta Thorpe, Rosa Ella, and Rosa Bell, before known to the world as Sister Rosetta Thorpe. She began singing and playing the guitar at the age of 4. At 6 years old, she and her mother sang gospel songs with an evangelist troupe that traveled throughout the South. In the 1920s, Rosetta and her mom settled in Chicago, where they continued to perform in churches and other religious gatherings, often attracting large crowds in the gospel community. As Rosetta grew older, she was influenced by the jazz and blues she heard in Chicago, and she began to build those elements into the gospel performances. In 1934, she married minister Thomas J. Thorpe, to whom sermons she drew crowds with her singing and guitar playing. The couple divorced in 1943. She remarried twice, but kept the last name of her first husband, Thorpe. In 1938, she began performing at the Cotton Club in Harlem, where she focused on jazz songs and became a hit with the predominantly white audience. That year, she signed a recording contract with Decca Records, Rock Me, a gospel version of Hide Me in Thy Bosom, written by Thomas Andrew Dorsey, who was known as the father of gospel music. That was her first hit. Her work influenced early rock and rollers, such as Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, and Elvis Presley. Miss Thorpe died on October 9th, 1973. And that's the history, that's the Black History moment of Rosetta Thorpe. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Clark.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we are coming up on Stakeholders Corner, which allows us to go around and have an opportunity just for people to speak and say hi. So I'm going to start with Ms. Johnson, and she's going to jump on me. Look at her. She's threatening me already, y'all.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. I just have a couple announcements. I am the district leadership oh Lord, see me sleepy. District Family Leadership Coordinator under Superintendent Vaughn. And I just have a couple of announcements. Just in case anyone is interested, the CEC elections are going. They started. Applications are open until this Sunday, February 16th. Currently, we have in our district 27 people who have applied for a seat for CEC 11. And so we're still going hard. They're meeting with me tomorrow because the goal was to have at least 2 parents each of our schools. So as you can see, we're a little below, but we're proud of the 27 who have stepped up to the plate in their quest for a seat on our council. Just a reminder, schools will be closed next week from from February 17th through the 21st for the midwinter recess. And lastly, I invite you all. I shared the flyer with the amazing Miss Dickerson, but District 11's Black History Celebration is being held on February 26th at Junior High School 144 Michelangelo campus. That's 2545 Gunther Avenue. There will be a Black History art exhibit starting at 5:15 p.m. And then there's staff and student. Notice I said staff because I, as the MC, am opening up with a performance that you don't want to miss. But the staff and student performances begin at 6 p.m. Shout out to Principal Grant on the call. His students are performing. And so we have over, between the art exhibit and the student and staff performances, there are over 45 things in schools participating in our event. So I encourage you all to come out, cheer on your district. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Which leads me to my next welcome, and that would be Principal Grant. If you would be so kind.
Thank you. I just want to do a mic check because I've been having issues with my mic. Can everyone hear me? Perfect. Thank you, Sharon. We were actually waiting to get confirmation. Our girls, our dancers rather, they're excited. They can't wait to show you and the audience what they have to offer. Just want to introduce myself again. I want to say thank you for the invite to basically, I'm going to say something that I should not say, but I'm going to say, put CASA back on the map. I was tasked to basically rebuild the school. I know I try to stay away from the past, but we're doing a wonderful job. I just want to let you know our projection for our next incoming sixth graders, 97 families selected as first choice. So that's a major turnaround, and we're hoping to get all 97 families. We did a very robust recruiting campaign. We've been all over the place, all the PTA meetings, all the our student ambassadors visits, all our feeder schools. And so we did a phenomenal job. My team and I, it's not just me, but I just want to share that. That's something that we are very, very proud of. And I just want to say thank you for welcoming me on this platform. I enjoy it. Thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And have to include Miss Miriam Borgella from District 11.
Good evening. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm on the spot. Like I get to go after Ms. Johnson, Mr. Grant, and then it's me. But it's a pleasure for me to be here tonight with you all. I work alongside closely with Ms. Johnson. I'm the family support coordinator, and feel free to reach out to me. And I'm looking forward to seeing whoever can make it at the Black History Month event on the 26th.
She is performing with me as well. My bad.
If all else, just come to be entertained, because that could go in many directions, guys. You just come front row seats, just be entertained.
The theme is a night of Black excellence.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, there is a gentleman by the name of Joseph Urbina. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Bronx Works.
Hello. I'm here taking notes about that event, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I signed up to speak.
He has his logo.
Good to see you all. Thank you for having me. My name is Joseph Urbina. I'm the director of our Family Enrichment Center. The Family Enrichment Center is a family-like home-style space. It's deeply rooted in community, and the whole purpose of it is in the spirit of prevention, We want to create a organized and strong vision, strong heart sense of community for the Williamsbridge and Baychester communities. These neighborhoods, we're trying to bridge them together and try to enrich some type of sense of community in District 12. Now, I don't say that to say it doesn't exist already. We just want to enforce and add more to it. When I use the word try, I'm very intentional about that because this is only possible if we get community members involved in this initiative, because otherwise it's just me speaking about what we can do and us thinking about what we want it to be, but no one really working together to build capacity and think about succession for the next few generations, right? The Family Enrichment Center, I can say so much about it, but you're going to be seeing me in these meetings. I just intend to be here, stay consistent, give you guys updates, regular updates on where we're at. And for today, I'd like to just celebrate the fact that because we're so early on in the initiative, it's been a big win that I secured 3 staff for our team, all community members that were vetted by the members of our advisory council, consisting of residents of District 12. That being said, I'm very pleased to say that I'll be showing up with my team in the coming weeks. And, I'm just excited to get involved with everybody. That also, I just want to throw in here, this is very off the top, so excuse me. The gentleman that was just speaking about social media in the previous meeting, and today he was giving that wonderful idea about streamlining events and organizing everything. A colleague of his, he introduced me to, and that's Darnell, and now he's a member of our advisory council. And that's just the beauty of how this works, that's a real example of how I really want you guys to get involved. Darnell's already been sitting in meetings with other candidates, potential candidates for our positions that will make up our team as the Family Enrichment Center. He's joined us for several site visits because we're still looking to secure our site. And he's just an active participant in anything that we can do to push this initiative forward. But I use Darnell as an example of each and every one of us, whether we're on WebEx or in person. I really implore you all to reach out. I'm going to drop my information on WebEx, and you guys have it there in person. Just connect. Let's see how we can get involved. Let's see what we can do. I'm speaking with community members, whether they're store owners or the unofficial elected officials, right? The people that really are members of the community that are pushing forward. I'm just building these relationships to see how we can align ourselves, I'm sure I exceeded my time, but thank you for your attention. And I'll be here to just give regular updates. All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Next up, I have Dr. Price Banks. If she could just say a few words. I know she wasn't expecting this. I know all of y'all be like looking for me after, but I ain't scared.
That's fine. I'm Dr. Diane Price Banks. Thank you, Ms. Dickerson. I am the program director for the Medical Laboratory Technician program here at Bronx Community College. Just so you all know, if you haven't heard me speak before, we basically take students from high school, non-traditional students, adult learners, and we funnel them through the program and teach them how to help doctors diagnose diseases like cancer, diabetes, hypertension, etc. So we have a vacancy in the field that's really large, and it's getting larger because the baby boomers are retiring at alarming rates, which was expected. So there are a lot of vacancies in the clinical laboratory. For example, in VA Hospital in the Bronx, right here in Kingsbridge, they have 17 vacancies in their clinical laboratory. So we're trying to hire as many, we're trying to funnel as many students through the program as possible so that they are qualified and educated to be able to sit side by side with the doctors and analyze patient samples. So if you have a school or a career center or workforce development center, please reach out to me. Let me come to your establishment, either Zoom or in person, and expose this hidden field to the masses. Many people don't know that we exist. Most people know that when they get their blood drawn, the blood goes to the lab. And then it's this lab is this mysterious place where, the doctor then says, well, the lab says this is that, and the third about your results. So we are the lab, we give lab tours all the time. I bring students into the lab. We can do lab tours at Bronx Community College. We do lab tours at Jacobi Medical Center. So we can show people what we do in the clinical laboratory. I just need an opportunity to do so. So I think I put my information in the chat. If you don't have it, I will copy it and put it in the chat again. I gave you my email and my cell phone number. So please, please, please check that out. Also on our website, because it is Black History Month. Shout out. I created a Black History in Clinical Laboratory Science. And it's a slide deck on the BCC MLT website. And I'll put the link here just to make sure that everybody has it. And it's showcasing all the beautiful Black bodies that did something phenomenal in the clinical laboratory science area. So it talks about Henrietta Lacks, who, because of her contributions to, well, it was stolen, but it's still a contribution, whether it was, stolen or acquired. Her sales is how we determine whether vaccines work or not, and if medications work or not. And that's a legacy for her. So she's presented on the slide deck as well. So if you have any students, or if you want to show off the slide deck, please go to the BCC MLT website. I'm going to put it in the chat. And look at the slide deck and just share it with other people so that we can show how prominent we are and how important we are in science for clinical laboratory, the clinical laboratory field. If you have any questions, I'll be in the chat. Just type it up in the chat and I'll get to you. Thank you,
Dr.
Diane,
I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
So I am a laboratory technician as well. So I'm not a technologist, but what I learned in my career is how it is a growing field, and not a lot of these members are coming from communities like the Bronx. I wanted to do something that helps people from the Bronx, people from lower marginalized communities be inspired, because I went to Mary Carey High School. It's a medical-based high school in the Bronx, and nobody really talked about laboratory sciences inside when I was in high school, and how pivotal it is as in a healthcare position. If I had known that when I was in the past, I would have gone to college and got a bachelor's of science degree in laboratory science, because it expands so many options and job opportunities for people. And I wanted to know, what can we do from your perspective to encourage children to pursue degrees in laboratory science? Can we get more? Because we don't have a lot of colleges that offer bachelor's degrees in laboratory science, especially in New York City. There's maybe one or two. Is there an opportunity to get more colleges in the Bronx to offer that degree program?
So the issue, and thank you for raising that, and I'm glad you said you're a laboratory technician. Woo woo.
Yeah.
So the issue with opening more schools, it's not the issue with opening more schools. It's the issue with getting more clinical sites. And when I became program director in 2016, one of the biggest things that I did was I worked with clinical hospitals to get them to agree to take on our students for internships, because New York State Education Department requires that the number of students we enroll in the program has to be contingent upon the number of internships we can send them on when it's time for them to go for graduation. And so right now we've worked with HHCs to increase the number of students. So one, open up their doors to take students, and two, those that already take students, to increase the number of students that they'll take for the internship. Because of that, we now at Bronx Community College have 17 sites that we work with. We still have some areas that we have to button up with some of the hospitals in Manhattan. But if we can get them fully on board, we can definitely bring in more students into the program. So we have one technician program at the associate degree level. That's at Bronx Community College. And then we have 3 within CUNY that our students go to when they graduate Bronx Community College. That's Hunter, York, and the College of Staten Island. The great thing is that I have leveraged and worked with 1199 and negotiated with them, with a team of us, that for students that's transitioning from MLT to the MLS, which is the bachelor's degree field, or
Yeah.
master's, that if we get them a job after graduation at the associate degree level as a medical laboratory technician, they work there for a year and get vested as a member of 1199. 1199 will then pay 100% of their tuition to the bachelor
Yeah.
degree program. So
That's
this
good.
is something that we worked on because of the vacancy that you mentioned and I mentioned earlier. We just need people to help diagnose these patients, and many of you have experienced delays in your patient care because you're waiting for results from the lab.
Yeah.
And the reason why you're waiting is because there's no one to do it.
Yeah.
And the people
It's a
that's
growing
there,
field.
yeah, we have high volume that
Very
we can't do it all as quickly as we can. Well, we're doing it as quickly as we can, but the capacity exceeds our human capacity.
So do you think the next step is just really just getting the word around? Because I know that it's a growing field. I think everybody who has any experience inside of like healthcare, laboratory sciences, they know how big of a field it is and how it's great for job security. So do you think that the number one thing, like action item, is that we need to pass around this information to our local schools essentially? Is that what you're saying?
I would say there's two action items,
Tell me.
priority action items. The first one is marketing. Right? When
Okay.
you look on TV, the first thing you see is doctors and nurses, programs for doctors and nurses. We need to then create ad campaigns and get money to get ad campaigns to put that out. I've been getting money from the American Society for Clinical Pathology, and I've been running ads on social media, but that's just one niche. I need to run it on cable networks and off cable networks and during prime time, etc. So marketing would be very helpful. If anybody knows anybody, that would be one. And then two,
Maybe that's something we can do.
having the clinical sites.
We could do interviews with technologists. It's a job highlights because it's a big thing. That's good. Yeah, maybe we can incorporate something that within our social media. I'm talking that Alpha just brought up. That's a great idea. Like, it's a great job security thing. It's a growing field, and I think that a lot of people, like I said, if I could go back in time, I have a degree in cell molecular biology. I would have got it in laboratory science because it offers you job security as soon as you graduate college. If you don't have a degree in laboratory sciences, you can get a job if you're lucky, and you have your recommendations and programs, etc. But if you have a degree specifically in laboratory sciences, it opens up so many doors for you because every hospital, every facility, they need laboratory technologists. So it's a great job program. I would love for more people from the Bronx and communities like we grew up in, for people to be pursuing that. Because even say you don't want to be a laboratory technologist, you got that degree, guess what? You still have the same educational background to be a doctor, to be a nurse, etc. So it's a fail safe, and I really think that more people should know about that.
So are you putting this information in the chat, or did the letter already come out to the board? Because maybe I just
It's in the information. This is her
the
second time.
information.
No, she was there.
She's always here.
She was there.
I know she presented it before, but there's nothing in writing. Like say for instance, I'm in multiple.
A flyer went out in the
Yeah, the
email.
flyer.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, if
I
someone.
can send out some flyers again. I can send that to Ms. Dickerson and get the flyers out. I'm gonna put the link in the chat as well. Any materials you need from me, I will make sure whoever wants it receives it. Because it's really important that we really get the word out, like the gentleman said, and I can't do it without all of you beautiful people.
And did you reach out to BronxNet?
We've been on BronxNet twice. If you go to our website, you'll see the interview with BronxNet. But if we could get on primetime news channels, that would be very helpful. If we can get on channel 13 for our interview, that would be helpful as well, because not only do we take we do the interview, but Bronx Community College has a fantastic communication and marketing department. Once we do the interview and it's posted by that interviewer or the network, we then pump it out to a 50-mile radius around the school. So we really campaign on top of the campaign so we can increase the information. So if anybody knows anybody that can get us an interview anywhere, we'll take it.
Dr. Banks, can you also drop your contact information one more time in the chat?
That's right. That's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Dr. Banks, we're going to talk. We're going to try. I have a little connect with News 12.
Okay, that would work.
We'll do something with that.
These young kids that don't watch TV. They don't listen to the radio.
But their parents do.
They don't watch TV.
I use social media for everything.
My nephew and I
That's why-
because he
that's my updating.
He said everything is
I
it's like the limited what we could see and all that stuff. So that's why you don't watch TV.
He said census.
Census, yeah. Like,
This is why I like Stakeholders Corner so much.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm already thinking about something it is, right? Yeah, I like that idea, spotlight neighborhood technologists. So talk about it, maybe like just tell us what you do for a living. Oh, your laboratory technology.
Yeah,
How much you make? Oh, how'd you do that? Yeah.
You gotta beat them.
Make them. How much you make? Almost 100K.
They're doing
How'd you do that?
trucks.
Just went to college.
So why not?
And to add to that, we've had students who used to be corner boys and corner girls who changed
Yeah,
their
that's
lives,
what I'm saying.
came to Bronx Community College. We got them a job in the clinical laboratory. They're now working at Jacobi and Montefiore, making well over $80,000 a year. Went on to get their bachelor's degree at Stony Brook College in Long Island. And now some of them are teaching here at Bronx Community College. Their life has been a full circle. So we have so many people that started off in poverty and then they do well once they graduate. Our salaries, once they graduate as a technician on a 2-year degree, they're making anywhere between $58,000 to $80,000 a year. And that's just a 2-year degree.
They think that
we're gonna work something out.
starting day.
Okay.
Okay, so another person that I'd like to bring out, we have on the line, we're very pleased to have I have an author and an activist, Miss Sheba Simpson, Amsterdam, who's also gonna kill me. Miss Simpson?
Good evening, everyone. Celine. I do not have any intention of speaking. What would you like me to talk about?
Just talk a little bit about what you talk about, just a little bit. Introduce yourself.
Good evening again, everyone. My name is Sheba Simpson Amsterdam. I am an educator, an activist, an author, and a keynote speaker. I have been with the New York City Department of Education for over 26 years. I'm on the road to retirement this year. I've dedicated most of my career to the South Bronx. I also ran for New York City Council in 2021. And my book, I'm on Assignment and So Are You, was born out of that pursuit because during my campaign, I met so many people in my community that had such similar stories, but they would be literally neighbors and didn't know each other. We've lost this sense of community and responsibility to each other and our children. And so the book is based on the fact that we all have a purpose. We all have earthly assignments, and our society continues in a way that we are seeing now because so many of us are not in our ordained positions. One, because maybe we're being blocked by those who are part of the establishment, or because we're afraid to listen to what we're supposed to be doing. And so the book is about finding your purpose, fulfilling your earthly assignment so you can help someone get to their earthly assignment. So what else do you want me to say to Celine?
I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Just the introduction was good.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Dr. Sherry, anything else?
No, nothing else for us.
Anybody, any of our in-person family? Sabrina Fisher, I believe you're online as well.
Hey, I'm here.
Got a little something for us before we go?
No, it was great being on this call.
Introduce yourself for me, please.
My name is Sabrina Fisher, and hold on, let me put my speaker on. Can you hear me?
Yes, quite well.
Yes.
I'm one of the newer community board members. I'm actually on committee 1, but I love the topics of committee 3 as well. That's why I decided to join tonight as well. But I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Transportation is better.
All right, John, we want to close up. We got to get ready for a snowstorm. I was trying to, yes, I was trying to explain to a lot of people that as I
Bye, guys.
There's no more snow. It's just rain until Saturday.
Yeah, I see rain on Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, it's just rain. I was saying
No Saturday.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure y'all were all awake and paying, paying
It says
attention.
it's 76 degrees. Yeah.
Let me add this little bit before we go. I can always remember being at home, being young, and being worried and crying because I didn't know if anybody was going to be coming to my birthday party because the weather was usually so bad.
That's my problem too. It snowed 4 times on my birthday.
So it's
we have a big birthday party for you next year.
Thank you. So it's awesome for me to be able to, be part of this committee and have this meeting where so many great minds and great people get together and share information that is beneficial to a lot of other people and the community.
Agreed.
So, Dr. Sherry, if you would like to, I have getting people in the text saying, I'll come to your party.
Yep.
John, we can go for adjournment.
We need a vote for adjournment.
No?
Adjournment?
Adjournment? Okay, yeah. So we have the vote.
Can we get a motion
Get
to
to make a
adjourn?
motion?
All right. I moved for us to vote for us to
Make a motion.
make a motion for us to
And
adjourn.
I second that.
So
I'm gonna have to find Robert's group and post it in the chat so we can all talk. I'm about to send it in the chat because I don't know. I gotta still figure out.
I have the newest edition. I just brought it.
Like Beatrice said, you gotta make a first and a second. No.
No, there's
Somebody
no.
make a motion.
Me and Karen.
Somebody second it, and then your motion carries.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Cornell has a version, a simplified version. It's 1 page. I'm about to send it to everybody in the
Yeah,
chat.
send it to
everybody.
Ursula.
All right, so that way everybody gets to the next meeting. So, all right, we're adjourned then, I guess, right?
Wait, so
All
wait.
right, everybody get home safe.
Can y'all tell me who did it? I can't see y'all.
Oh.
David made the motion and I seconded.
Dr. Sherry seconded.
Sherry seconded.
And if somebody wants to make a motion, right, but they want you to do it, all you have to do is say so moved.
So I moved. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's.
Oh,
I love it. She said, so I moved.
let me log out my email.
Yeah, my birthday, yeah. It's like
Mr. Urbina, thank you so much.
Someone else has to.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Thank you. I love how you're facilitating and bringing everybody together. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You have a
I'm gonna
good
give
night.
you a call so we can talk some things out.
Yes, please. I would love that.
End the call? Leave it?
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everyone. Take care.
Good night. All right, good night.